Morning guys, Mon here. Today I want to talk about a topic that has been coming up over and over again, and that's loot filters. While I did provide a very early filter to this build as a starter, which quite a few people use, this one is very far from optimal and should not be used when playing Monolith. I then proceeded to, well, adapt one of the Rex filters to a variant that I named the Endgame filter, and this one is what I ended up with. I deleted quite a few rules, I changed some rules, I made some differences, but overall I'm using the Rex template, which is a very good template. So if you want to create your own filter, I would recommend Rex template. I will link it down in the description. Then what I did pretty much was just put all the mods into all the different types that we do want. Create a slightly different rule for Havoc runes, where I didn't like his way of doing the rule, because we are looking for like a tier 7 mod and then 2 tier 6 mods, which basically says that when we drop an item that we want to Havoc, it has at least 1 tier 6 and at least 1 tier 7. It can also be 2 tier 7s. What you could do is copy this rule into double tier 7 or something with different color if you want more precision, but overall these items drop so rarely that you don't really need to do 2 rules. One is completely sufficient. Then I did add one for very rare Unix, though I have only put Red Ring in here yet, because I don't really mind most Unix. Also, we do hide all non-primalist like items here. So if you're playing other characters, you might want to disable this. Though if you do play other characters, you might have to modify the loot filter quite heavily anyways. For example, in my variant, which I'm using myself, I have changed quite a few rules to show more mods because I need different mods for different characters. Then another thing I have done is recolor 3LP21 Weaver's Wool item and recolor 2LP, and actually here we can put this on 14 or something because this is a slightly lighter variant. I usually don't really pick Weaver's Wool items, but generally it is not really a bad thing to do, especially with the new runes now and stuff. I just in the past didn't really feel like picking those up, so we will include those in the lighter variant. Then we have show all Unix, which just shows everything that is remaining. Unix and legendary, we don't hide any of these here in this filter. If you do only want to see the chase Unix, then you can just go with what you're looking for. Also, which I forgot, we have the show build Unix, which basically just shows all the items that are good for this build. There are some I did include that are not in the build guides, but still are very good Unix you could go for, especially early on when you don't have others. So I did include those. Also, it does sort idols. It does only sort for pretty good idols and only with at least 2 of the mods. Then what I did create was a much laxer variant of this filter, which basically tones down all the mods to tier 6 and does also just look for 1 on the mods of the idols. So if you're just starting out, this build, not this build, but this filter, the Rex template early endgame, is basically just guiding you into the game. You will see all the important Unix, even the boss drops I did highlight because I do think they're important, and then basically shows you all the mods at tier 6 plus. If you're at the point where you're not even looking for a tier 6 mod, but just for mods, basically what you can do is just copy these rules into tier 5s or just take down the tier 6 to tier 5, though at that point I'm not sure if you really needed that strict filter anyways. Then it basically is the exact same, just for, like as I said, easier like easier idols, and same with mods. The Havoc rule did not change. For the very strict variant, there are quite some more changes, as I have like taken a lot of mods out of these here. You might want to add others in or like fit these to your liking. But I did take out most of the defensive mods or the less strong offensive mods out of these. So you overall will see less items, but more offensive focus items in general. Because this build overall shines by just having tons of damage in general. So the set more or less is the same. Idols does also still show the mod idols. These shouldn't really ever be phased out because they're just too good. Also, we have tier 7 champion mods in here and in the normal as well, just not. I'm actually not sure. It might be in the lower variant as well, but it doesn't really matter to me. Because I do think the tier 7 champion mods are quite interesting, and you might want to include one of those into the build. That's pretty much everything I want to talk about already. Like we can see here, for example, the different where are you? Both red. Oh, it's hit by best strings because it does have like the tier 7 humid on it. That does actually make sense. You have the different ring highlights for items that you generally want or wrote on the ladle. Well, this just doesn't work because of the mods above, but you've seen the idea. So basically this just shows the items when they drop. Red when it got mod drops, and then when an actual unique and not the finished legendary drops, you will see it as well. Also, the idols do show up. I shouldn't throw these in here because some of my idols are very bad. This show up? No. One. That is a very good point because this one should go up. So let's quickly look why it's not showing. It probably is the endurance mod that is not hit yet. His health endurance threshold. Shed lightning? No, shed lightning. In. Endurance threshold. Health. I don't know why that one was not in there. I will just in that one there. Shows. The other one showed because it was just gut because of this one show now as well. One was the one this. Yeah. Okay. No, this one will not show. Because it has one mod with the minion bleed chance. This is the general idea. Yes. And that's pretty much everything I want to talk about. You will find all the filters in the description and on the Discord, where I will keep these updated if there is massive changes to them. So if you want newest filters, if I do actually change them, I don't think I will change these. Just saying, if you want updated versions or just keep an update on the build, join the Discord. Everything will be posted there as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. If you have suggestions or recommendations for the filter, feel free to let me know. And until then, I say thanks for watching and see you in the next one.